So secret number 7, the seventh secret to becoming the world champion of public speaking or becoming the world's best speaker, that is pronunciation. Now, if you notice, I am an Indian. I'm an Indian. I'm a South Indian. So I have a particular accent. Now, obviously, I'm not going to sound like British. Oh, hello, would you like a cup of tea? Or I'm not like, howdy, partner. This is Texas Ranger, So an Indian will sound like an Indian. A Chinese will sound like Chinese. An Indian will sound like an Indian, And I am an Indian. I can't help it, okay? So there is that dialect, there is that pronunciation, there is that way of speaking. That's why the V's and W's sound the same. That's why, how are you? What are you doing? Abble, abble. We just sound like that, okay? It just, I can't help it, but that's how I sound. That's how South Indians sound. So now the question is, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do when you sound like an Indian, but you want to pronounce words? Now, when I was young, I thought the only solution was putting on an accent. Oh, hi, how are you? Fine. My name is Lloyd Machedo. I used to think that I had to put on an accent, which some people tend to put on because they think when they put on an accent, they are sophisticated. No, that's stupid. Don't do that. Please don't do that. You're an Indian. You'll sound like an Indian. You'll remain like an Indian. You are an Indian. Okay? So don't do that. What you should do is learn to pronounce and enunciate words properly. Now, I'm not the international standard of pronunciation, but one of the ways that I did incorporate to pronounce words properly is, this is a technique that I've used. Take a pencil, and what you do is put the pencil right in your into your mouth. It should go right at the back to as back as possible. So you don't push it like that way, like you're killing yourself. Just here, put it here. So put it here, and once after you put it here, you lock your jaw, and then you start reading. So, for example, if I were to read, be like a leader, be a leader of business with the command and urgency of a street vendor. Pick the 3 or 4 items you and those reporting to you should focus on. So this is the paragraph. So I would put the pencil in my mouth and then I would practice once again. Well, now be a leader of business with the command and urgency of a street vendor. Pick the 3 or 4 items you and those reporting to you should focus on. So now, after I did that, my jaw is stronger, my lips are moving, and my mouth is warmed up. So what I do is, after I would literally do this for 1 hour. I'm telling you, I'm not joking. 1 hour, and by the time I'd finish, my voice would be stronger, my lips would move, the muscles all across my face, it would be much more tougher. So when I was speaking, I would enunciate words. And then to make the difficulty even more harder, I would put a bigger, like a marker pen, I'd use this, put it right at the back of my jaw. The only reason I find it a little tough is because of my piercing. Okay, so I'd read it once again. Okay. Be a leader of the business with the command and urgency of a street vendor. Pick the 3 or 4 items you and those reporting to you should focus on. And then I would read it without the pencil. That is after practicing for an hour. Be a leader of the business with the command and urgency of a street vendor. Pick the 3 or 4 items you and those reporting to you should focus on. Now, if you notice, what has happened is, because I put the pencil and I put, pencil in my mouth, and then I made it a little bigger, and then I made it even bigger. In fact, you can even put a block of wood in your mouth and keep doing this. It forces you to keep speaking much better and moving your lips and your cheeks and everything else. So then what happens is, it forces you to pronounce each and every word properly. And this gives the muscles, your jaw, your mouth, your lips, the muscles, the stamina to pronounce every word. And then you're not afraid how your mouth moves. And this really helps in pronunciation. And this is a technique I would really try to speak. Another thing which I'd recommend you to do is when you're speaking in pronunciation, you should learn to throw your voice. How do you throw your voice? In terms of throwing your voice, which comes to the next point also, but anyway, I'll give it to you here. What you need to do is, if you have to pronounce words properly, you need to you need to tighten your stomach. You need to tighten your stomach. You need to hold your stomach firm, and you need to learn to throw your voice. Okay, so when you try to do that, let's say, for example, I were to speak normally. Hey, how are you doing? You know, things are pretty fine. So if you have to shout, obviously you cannot say, hey, how are you doing? You have to exert. So when you exert, you say, how are you doing? So each and every word, go loud, and keep throwing it. Another way of, in terms of pronunciation is read fast, read slow. Let's say, for example, if I were to read slow, it's not just slow like be a leader of the business. No. I'm talking about each and every word you exaggerate, your lips, your mouth, the way you speak. Like, be a leader of the business with the command. And so each and every word you exaggerate your lips, you exaggerate the pronunciation, and this helps you loosen up your muscles and your tongue and the way you speak to become a better speaker. And this is very, very important where pronunciation is concerned. So secret number 6 to becoming the world champion of public speaking or becoming the world's best public speaker is make sure that you pronounce each and every word to the best of your ability. And don't be afraid. Remember this: if you're South Indian, be South Indian. If you're Indian, be Indian. If you're African, be African. If you're Jamaican, yeah, man, you be a Jamaican. If you're Arab, shuha, well, win. Yeah, it's okay. It's no problem. It's not. I don't know from where did it come out that if you're American, it's cool. If you're British, it's wow, superior. Nothing like that. You're Chinese, speak like a Chinese, have the Chinese dialect, but make sure that it's understood by people. And that is what I recommend as the secret number 7 in terms of pronunciation, which is the 7th secret to becoming the world's best speaker or a world champion in public speaking. This is Machedo. I hope you enjoyed my video session. If you have any questions, please send it to me at loy@loymachedo.com. Do share and like this video. And remember, if you'd like to donate to my channel, that is through PayPal, loy@loymachedo.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Goodbye.